Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to more Deathmark. Alright, so we've dealt with Shimi-O. I guess it's now time to turn in and end Chapter 2. Are you retiring to bed? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else left. Sure, I think, what did I do? I've read the remaining spirit file. Yeah, I think we're fine. Good night. On to Chapter 3. Oh yeah, Chapter 2. Shimi-O. End. Not too bad, that one. I thought the chapter was going to end up being fairly short, but nope. I was very wrong. I've noticed there's a pattern emerging. Ever since we've dealt with a spirit, it always seems to be 3 days between each event for some reason. So it's been 3 days since Shimi-O's defeat. Mashita and Sho have left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. It's like every 4 days. Good work, Lady Christie and Lord Yushiki. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but I see. Lady Saya's study seems optimal to contain something of interest. Christy and I just finished investigating Sayakujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit, nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Yoshiki, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas, then? Well, remember what I said about H Shrine? I think so? Right, of course you would. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all this spirit stuff. That's what Shimi-O's note said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Who knows? Nah, maybe. She could be onto something. Exactly what I'd expect from you. Also, always so quick on the uptake. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. Yeah, when she was on death's door. In both ways. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. So Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumours surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Christy and I don't have spiritual powers. Take Mary with us? Oh, nice. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. Of course. I am sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out, and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Do I get the option? Yep. To exit the forest. Do we actually have to walk through the forest again? Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. She's a doll. How much could she weigh? By the way, Mr. Yoshiki, have you read the files over there? She points to the right side of the room, and shelves packed with files. Not yet, I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? So Chrissy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in H City and the surrounding area. Was Miss Cujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the file back. Alright, should we head out soon? I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying it all. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I'm very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I've not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman. This is a very precious experience. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumours say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. Oh, I don't actually have to go there. Good. We reach the old Tory gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It is most likely because Shimio is now gone. H shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk toward the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. The rabbit? What a surprise. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yoshiki. You are correct, it is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us. Makes a noise and buggers off, then disappears toward the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too. Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the Torii gate and up the stone steps. I mean, the rabbit hasn't done us wrong. If anything, it's been like a guiding... Oh. But it's guided us all over the place. At the top we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this H shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The wall was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't stay here too long. So there's a sacred... is it Shiminawa rope? On a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is an Iwakura? Or Iwakura? What's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended upon. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. Okay. Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. Well, their head got knocked off. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Go Shintai. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Go Shintai's outside and the altar's empty. That's concerning. I don't like how it went completely silent. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Well, the sound's back. Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. H shrine was much the same. But in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them. Ah, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened. Ah. No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Cujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around HC were buried here. Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Yoshiki. The shrine was subsequently dug up and the statues were stolen. Oh. So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away, and then dug up. They say the Buddha was has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could that anger have turned to divine wrath and given birth to the mark and spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that, this land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to... You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. Oh, I actually have to leave? What? Oh, never mind. So we leave Hitch Shrine walking down the beach trail toward the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange tale, but for some reason I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. Okay, good. That's not like that. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Chrissy starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimiya was right. H Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. It's because this takes place in H City. Everything is H something. It probably has an actual name, it's just, I don't know, abbreviated I guess. Also, how's it going, Arnold? Hope you're well? It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Shimiya wandering around, it couldn't just be coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Chrissy was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Lord Yoshiki, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Oh. Okay. Huh. Okay, where the hell are we? Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Chrissy and I step out of the car. Oh, the mark's burning. The entire game area takes place in H. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, the first area we went to was called H Elementary. There was also a place called T Elementary. But I guess the entire world is just H. Or the entire location it's set in is H. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look. Someone's over there. Oh god, I know what spirit this is. Oh, okay, it's a little girl, never mind. No, the phone box is kind of like all the promotional material of the game. It was a spirit next to a phone box. And I'm pretty sure that's what spirit this chapter revolves around. We're not actually on chapter 3 yet, I guess, but either way. The small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night? Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night, Ida. I got to talk with Hanayomi. That's her name. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. Oh god. Okay. A rather round young man appears. Oh, what a description. Stepping out of the shadows. Why are you with the little girl, you creep? You got your question answered, Suzu. Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayomi sure is amazing, though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped. What's Love and Hero? What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mum says it rots your brain. Oh, Ita, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. Okay. We watched from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. And Christy, what do you think? I turn, but Christy isn't there. Are you there? Just how do you know that girl? Oh. That's where she went. Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Well, there goes Christy, hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I tried to placate her, but she won't budge. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey lady, don't be mean to Ida. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayomi, so I had him come with me. Who's this Hanayomi you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I show them the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on. What is this? It looks exactly like mine. Oh. Oh god, are they both going to be marked as well? He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article on it in Oop Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you, but that's nonsense. It's not all true, right? Right? Sounds like he'd heard the rumours, but chose to not do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. I've got one of those too. Yeah, what a surprise. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone call earlier. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayomi. That's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. They are mark bearers. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kudio Mansion with us. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. First we introduce ourselves. The man's name is... Ita Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us they met through the reader's column in Oop Arts Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayomi and Ita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumoured telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close close eye on her after school and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Wow, rebel. Hanayome is just as famous at my school as Hanahiko is. Hey Aita, please tell them about those rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Hey how's it going? And yeah, we've got a right crew with us. Aita reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. So this is the start of the chapter. They're just rumors I read, but... There she is! Oh. Hanayome. Yeah, she's become like kind of the game's mascot. I mean, she shows up on the splash screen when you launch the game, on the PSTV. The like label that pops up when you quit out of a game, she's there. She's plastered everywhere. She looks normal. Yeah, she's got a massive head. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in H City? There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she'll find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. He went to the specific phone box that lets you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly starts ringing. He slowly picked up the phone. But all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? Okay, so C is red. That's usually a red flag. He heard a woman whisper, so he did what the rumors said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see?" His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, wanna come with me? Huh. So basically, when they ask, have you, or can you see it, or have you seen it, reply with no. I don't like how C is in red though. Makes me kinda worry. There. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I am here. What happens if you say yes? I would assume death. The doll really talked. I can't say I expected that. And does that mean all that stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Aita with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Aita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Of course. Chrissy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. They're important to him. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayome. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Aita. They are likely from Hanayome. And Lady Christie, the feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hanayome also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen, right before I entered the forest. I stepped into the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at that rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayome. Course. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. Who are you talking about? It is not for children to know. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like that. Yeah, I think. There are 3 that Hanayome will call from. The one we went to in the A Highway parking lot is one. And one is at T Mountain Rest area, that's the one Miss Christie went to. And Aita, where's the last one? At the park by T apartment complex. I love the names. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Dunno. The BBS I read didn't say. Mister? Do you really think Hanayome is the one who gave us the marks? Yes, 100%. But the rumours about Hanayomi go back 5 years, and no one's ever mentioned that if you call her you'll get a mark. Suzu's right, rumours about this mark thing only popped up super recently. So you're saying Hanayomi hasn't always been giving out the mark? If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say seeing. Wait, I can't really say seeing, as I don't know anything about spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story. Hey, Mr. Yoshiki, if those rumours are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? Oh yeah. If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. Search for the Buddha statues. If Christie's right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, there are many examples. I don't like how she said cursed dolls. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayomi about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be so strange, wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath. Lord Yoshiki, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seems to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since you told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayomi is, but it is true that it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well. I can't really picture Christie and Aita facing off against the spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. No turning back. I'll figure something out. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. Now you should begin investigating Hanayomi. Why does she only call from three public phones within each city? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain and the Park by T apartment complex. Our new info was added to the spirit file. Rumors on Hanayomi. Save, goddamn. Not bad. Spirit file. Also, we got two new things. So Suzu Morimiya, a young girl who called Hanayomi to ask her something and received the mark. She was raised in a complicated household and is extremely mature. The only thing childish about her is her love of animals. So Aita Nakamatsu, an occult maniac who's addicted to is it BBs? Or BBSs? Self-employed, also, he says. He met Suzu through the readers column in Oop Arts Monthly, and she idolizes him like a big brother for whatever reason. This is the beginning of the hottest summer in the life of Aita, age 33. Oh, I've just realized his... Why does his sprite change? It's like he could hear me. Is his sprite slowly changing? I don't know what caused it to change. Oh, there we go. Unless, does it switch through all of their aftermath? Survived. Safely returned to normal life. I didn't know that changed. I'm just gonna wait, because I'm curious if their sprite does actually change. Or maybe it was just Aita's. No. Okay, it cycles through their different sprites, I guess. So you have their normal sprite and then concerned. Aftermath survived. Oh, I was about to say, where's her aftermath? Alright. Hanayomi. Okay, so with the end of the 90s, online infrastructure has advanced the popularity of a certain widely used BBS. Hanayomi is an urban legend that sprung up from that BBS. It goes as follows. Certain telephone booths in each city will let you talk to ghosts. If you go inside one and wait, the phone will suddenly ring. Pick it up and you'll hear a strange lip-smacking sound. noise. A woman will ask, "Have you seen it?" Rumors say you're supposed to reply with, "I haven't seen it." She'll respond with, "What do you want to see?" Someone actually followed the instructions and was able to find a missing pet. What a strange tale. A lot of people are interested in this ghost, wanting to find things or people who've become lost. But not a single one has ever mentioned getting a mark from her, but the circumstances seem to imply the spirit gave the mark to Aita and Suzu. Plus, why is this spirit called a bride? If she appears as a bride, then someone must have seen her. So 3 phone boxes in each city let you speak with a ghost. One seems to be the one Aita and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2 by car. I'm concerned about the statues stolen from each shrine too. If Hanayome really can tell us where they are, that would save us a lot of time. There's only one way to find out. Wait, what do they sound like? She sounds distressed. What a noise. We'll go with Christy. Yeah, because, you know, we won't have to fight, I don't think. No, usually the fighting takes place at the end of the chapter. But I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Oh. So a park or rest area. Rest area, sure. Oh, it's this one. So the phone booth stands solitary on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. There's a doggo. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. Christy doesn't seem bothered by it. She's completely focused on the phone box. I must have gotten my mark from Hanayome back then, but I was completely oblivious. I wasn't exactly in the right state of mind. Rumors say the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Probably not. It only rang after I stepped in it. But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Christy will have to go in. You aren't thinking I'll do it, are you? Dangerous jobs are best left to men. I guess I'll just have to go in. Yeah, no. This seems like a good spot for a jump scare too. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Help our investigation. On the night of 2nd of August? So an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. Oh god. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Ugh. Oh, I don't like that sound. Oh, it's so gross. Suddenly there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Did you see? Oh god, this is giving me goosebumps. I really don't like the sound. Ah, did you see it? This is a live or die. Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayome? Did you see it? Tell her my joke, she will suicide. She asks a